In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a basic shape on using SolidWorks. So first of all, we need to click on the icon. So you shall find it probably on your computer. It might be up here, and be careful because you'll have three different options. The one you want is SolidWorks 2025. So double click on that. Now that can take a little while to open sometimes. So just a little bit of chat about SolidWorks. SolidWorks is a kind of CAD program. CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. And that's when if we want to make something that we want to say 3D print or laser cut, those two processes are called CAM, Computer Aided Manufacturing. You need to make something on the computer first, and then you send it as a file to either of those machines, and they'll be able to do that. Okay. SolidWorks is a real program, so it's not like an educational program. It's actually a professional program. There are people all around the world in different companies and countries and whatever. They're actually making their living by actually making things like cars and designing things like chairs and kitchens and houses and all sorts of things you can design using SolidWorks. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is I want to click on, so this is the splash screen, and I want to click on Part. If for some reason, if you ever close that off, click by accident, you can get to that by just pushing the little house button there, and then it pops back again. So I'm just going to go to Part. Now, when we're talking in SolidWorks about size of things, okay, we'll always talk about things being in millimeters. Now, I think SolidWorks might actually be made in the USA, and the USA tends to use inches. So if you go to the bottom right down here and just check that yours is saying MMGS and not IPS, okay? So if it is on IPS, just change it to MMGS, okay? Now you'll notice before I had a little red L there, it's now vanished. If that's gone, just click on here to say Sketch, click on this little space here to say the front plane, and then you'll have that L back again, okay? Now this L, where the two kind of lines join, that kind of orange dot there, that's the origin. That's really important. When I'm going to start drawing things, I'm going to draw from that point. Okay, let's draw our first shape. So onto the toolbar, I'm going to the top left, and the tool I want is called Corner Rectangle. So I'm just going to click there, and then I'm going to go over to that dot, left click with my mouse, and just drag away that shape. Okay. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just repositioning that shape. Now how I do that is using the mouse wheel. So I'm going to spend a few seconds now just grabbing the mouse wheel and just sort of going in and out and just seeing how you can actually move that around. Okay. If you go too far and suddenly you think, oh crikey, it's vanished, there is a little help. Up here there's these little icons. There's one here, there's like a magnifying glass, which if I hover over it says zoom to fit. Click on there and that'll bring it back on. Okay, so don't panic if it vanishes. Okay, let's have a look around the screen what else is on there. Can you see down here it says it's underdefined? Now underdefined means there's an object or shape on there that doesn't quite know the size of it. So we need to tell its sizes. Okay, so how are we going to do that? We're going to use a new tool called Smart Dimension. So if I click on there, it actually gives you a little kind of demo. So if you click on there, it actually gives you a little demo of how to use it. Okay, so I'm going to click there, grab that top line, so it goes, just clicked once, move up about, I don't know, what's that, about 10 mil, about a centimetre, and click there. And I'm going to make this first one 15. Okay, so I'm just going to type 15. Now what I will do is, because this is the first one, I'll actually type 15 mm, okay, just to make sure it's definitely in millimetres. If that comes up and says something like 0.0003 or something, I know that I didn't change it down here from inches to millimeters. So if it does that, quickly change it back to MMGS. And then you can just, what will happen is it will change color. You just need to double click on a line and that will bring you back into the sketch like this. Okay, I've got the top line, so that's obviously the same as the bottom. And now I need to do the right hand side. And again, I'm going to make that 15. Okay, please note when you're typing, you don't need to use the backspace. You can just type the numbers straight away. Okay, I'd also recommend trying to use the numeric pad. On your keyboard, on the right hand side, you'll see there's another set of numbers that go 1, 2, 3, the next line up 4, 5, 6, next line up 7, 8, 9. And in the bottom right, there's an enter button. You should be able to actually use all those buttons and you can type much faster. Okay, so try when you're doing this to use that one. To make sure it's on, there should be a button that says num lock. If you click that a couple of times, you should see at some point a light comes on. When the light's on, it means it's active. Okay, so I'm just going to push the enter button on that one. All right, so I've now got a square by 15. Okay, and I can see down here it's fully defined. That means that shape is happy. Okay, bit boring at the moment, but happy. So we're now going to make it a little bit more fancy. And what we're going to do, we're going to add a couple of kind of inserts into this and a couple of outserts kind of going out the way. Okay, all right, so we're going to have a go at doing this. So we're going to just basically draw more rectangles. So go to the corner rectangle, and I'm going to go over this line. Now you'll know you're on that line because it'll go orange. So I'm just going to go left click and draw a rectangle like that. Okay, I'm going to hover over this one again so it goes orange, and I'm going to left click, draw one there. On the bottom, I'm going to draw one sticking out the way, and on the top, another one sticking out the way. Okay, so it looks like that. So I've just drawn 4 rectangles. You'll notice now it says underdefined. Okay, because each of these 3 rectangles is going to need to have 3 dimensions. Have a think, what button do I need to push? Yep, back to Smart Dimension, click on there. So the dimension of the inside here is going to be 3. We use 3 mil a lot, so notice, remember to use the numeric pad, not pushing the backspace. I just go 3, enter, really fast, okay? This bit here, I'm going to do 5, again using the numeric pad, 5, enter, okay? And the last one for this shape here to be happy is I need to say how far it is from the bottom. So this is a little bit fiddlier, so I'm going to click on the bottom, and then the bottom of that line there, pull that away, and say again, 5, enter. All right, I'm now going to repeat that process with the other 3 boxes. Okay, so up to the top here, this is going to be 5. Oh, I typed the wrong number. If you type the wrong number, don't worry, just double click on it. You just go back into it and type the right number. Okay, if for some reason you grab another line and do it again, you'll actually come up with a warning, and it will say, do you want to make this one the driven one, so you're ignoring the other one? If it ever does that, just go cancel. It means you've just done it too many times. Okay, let's do this side here. This is going to be 3. And then we're going to say from the left-hand side to that line there is going to be 5. Okay, so we've done 2. Halfway there, let's keep going. So this one here is going to be 5 mil. Remember to keep using that numeric pad. This top line here, this is going to be 3, and then from the this line to that line will be 5, and then I'm on to my last one. This is going to be 5 by 3, and from there to the edge it's going to be 5. Okay, now I've gone pretty quick there. If you're kind of miles behind, don't worry, give it a quick pause and catch me up in just a second. Okay, hopefully you're all caught up with me now. Now what we need to do is, you can see here there are extra lines. I don't want to have this line here, I don't want these 2 lines here or here, and I don't want that extra line there. So to remove a line, you go to Trim Entities, this is up the toolbar, so just a couple along from, or 3 along from Smart Dimensions, click there. When it comes up the first time, it probably comes up with Power Trim as an option. The one we want is Trim to Closest, so make sure you choose that one. And I'm going to have to click on the lines twice. So I'm going to click on this once, and then twice. This one, once, and twice. This one, once, and twice. And this one, once, and twice. Okay, now hopefully you should see here that it says it's fully defined. Okay, so my sketch is now finished. So I'm going to need to exit the sketch because I want to make this 3D. So to exit the sketch, into the top left, go to where it says Exit Sketch, click there. Okay, now you'll see here it's highlighted. Mine's currently saying Sketch 2. Yours might say Sketch 1 or 3 or 4 or whatever. It doesn't matter what number it says, as long as that bit there is highlighted. If it's not, okay, just select it so it's highlighted. And now what we're going to do is, on the basic modeling tools, we're going to scroll along here to about halfway along, okay, until it says Extruded Boss Base. So I'm going to click there, and you'll see instantly it tries to make it 10 mil thick. That's the default, okay? We don't want it to be 10 mil. So I'm just going to type 3 and then go enter and enter again. Okay, sometimes you have to do it a second time. There we go. All right, so I've now made my first 3D part. Now how I'm moving that around is I'm holding the mouse wheel on my mouse and actually just moving the mouse around. I can spin it around, okay, or I can use my arrow keys to rotate that as well. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you can spin things around. If I wanted to look at it exactly on, okay, so at the moment I want to try and look at it straight on, it's not quite letting me do that. I can hover over this button up here, so just to the right of the magnifying glasses, okay, and it says, what does it look like if you're looking from the top, or looking from the front, or the sides, okay, and the one obviously I want is the front one, so if I click there, that puts it absolutely straight on. Okay, hopefully that's been useful, and if you have done that, well done.